Hey guys, Pastor Emily here. So I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of messages, a lot of text messages asking, how are we filming our Sunday morning worship? So I thought, hey, let's do a behind the scenes video. So here I am at the sanctuary and I'm going to show you what we do. So let's go on in. Now, as Pastor Ted lovingly said sometime earlier during this pandemic, our sanctuary has turned from a house filled with worshipers into a studio because everything is focused up front. Now, this is my camera here. My parents gave me this Canon Rebel EOS in 2012 when I graduated from the University of Arizona. I love this camera. I am a macro photography nerd, and I absolutely love taking photos. Here's some of my photography here. I find beauty in small, intricate details, and that is what I use this camera for. Now, Canon is one of the major companies, and their accentuating feature is actually capturing true color and light very beautifully. The main competitor is Nikon. Nikon does a really good job of getting the sharpness of an image, but it drains the light and the color a little bit, whereas Canon, the image isn't quite as sharp, but you get that color and that light, which is what's important to me. So if you're out shopping for a camera, that's sort of the main difference that I have found. I am an amateur, so you might want to talk to a professional about it first. So this is the camera that we use, and then I've got this tripod here. This is a TRUDIGITAL, and it's great because it's really meant for travel. So if you're a hiker or a biker and you really like to take pictures, this TRUDIGITAL, it's a hollow metal, and these points here, they unlock and it all folds up to this size here, from here to here, and it folds up in a little carrying bag, and I love it. So that is what we use, and this here is the angle that you see when we first start filming. So this is the David and Michelle spot. This is what you see every time the service opens and every time the service closes. And we film from back here a little bit to get the paraments here. We have the beautiful Aaron Binger parament. I love this, by the way. It speaks to the joy of the child that Aaron must have been. I wish I had known her. And we have Bill and Nicole McKinley's Easter flowers here. One of them's moved out of the way. I'll explain that in a moment. But you can see that, and David is actually so tall that we cannot do close-ups with him and Michelle in the same frame. He's so tall. So we just keep it easy, and we bring it back here. For the other filming angle, we bring the camera up here, and we snuggle it right up against the table here. And we have Ted or myself there at the lectern. Now, we will do this on different days. So David and Michelle, they come in on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. and they film their pieces, boom, boom, boom. We don't even move the camera. We just get it all done. And then Ted will come in the day before. He'll come in on Tuesday. I mean, Ted's always here. He's always in the building. But he'll come into the sanctuary and film on Tuesdays, and he will do his sermon. And the sermon, with him, it averages about 11 minutes. My camera will only film for 10 minutes before it shuts off because it's for photography, not for filmography. So you might notice that right around 10 minutes in, there's like a movement with whoever's preaching. That's what happened. So we kind of back up the paragraph before and we keep preaching. So he comes in and does that on Tuesdays. I come in on Thursdays to get my part. So I am always the last one. And I do that because I like to see what everyone else has done first, how we got it done, and then I will insert myself and fit the needs of whatever we have. So I will come in here, and all I see when I'm doing this is this. This is my view. There's nobody else in here. So I actually have Pastor Ted help me out because I need to focus the camera. We need to be able to see clearly who is on the other side and not have the background be clear and the person in the forefront be blurry. So I have Ted come in here because he's the same exact height as me. We are both 5'4.5", so he is the perfect model, and he's been such a good sport. He comes in and he poses and he talks to me as I'm focusing the camera, and then he goes back to his office and he works, and I get my filming done. And we do this over 3 different days. And you might be asking, well, how are you in the shots with David and Michelle, and you're filming a day later? And well, yes, I wear the same clothes. 3 days in a row, I wear the same clothes. I do wash in between, but I do this so that the worship feels natural. So in this last week, what you saw was a natural transition, as I'm calling it, where you see me up close there behind the lectern, and then boom, we're back out here, and you see me leaving the lectern, as though we had 2 different cameras and it just switched angles. How did we do that? Well, that's where the magic of the editing comes into play. So I will show you a quick clip of what that looks like. We choose a position that we freeze ourselves in, and then we continue filming from that. So you'll see here David will be frozen in place before the filming really begins. I will choose a position to be frozen in place that the next day I can replicate. And then we will take those videos and splice them together. So this is what that looks like. So here is the part where you see me. This is filmed here on a Thursday, and what you're about to see us flip to was filmed on a Wednesday.
Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
So that seemed pretty seamless. Here is what it looked like behind the scenes. Again, filming on Wednesday. So we're picking our positions. David's ready to freeze.
3, 2, 1.
And that is all that there is to it. So I was able to splice the videos. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. This is the editing program. I'm actually sitting here editing the video that you are watching. So this is what you see when we first start together. I'm talking with you all. You just saw that a moment ago, and you can see here as I'm going along, you see the sound bits here, the video here. This is the media that I have imported. I can click and drag and bring those things down here. And when I scrunch all of this together, you can see that I've only put in 2 clips. So the clip you're now watching will be placed right in the middle here, and the sound will be fixed up, and then you will be watching this exact video. So what do I use? What is the program that I use to edit? It's just iMovie. I love it. iMovie is a free program that comes on any Macintosh. So we're talking MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, iPad Pro, something bigger than a phone. And iMovie comes on that. And I've been using it since I was about 16 years old. I love this program. It has everything that you need for something simple, but it doesn't have everything that you might want for a professional level production. We are doing something simple. Worship doesn't need to be terribly elaborate, so we're able to use this program. How much time does it take to edit a 20 to 30 minute service? It takes me anywhere between 4 to 8 hours. So keeping in mind that's uploading it, trimming it, putting it together. Yes, I do adjust the sound. Without you all in here, it is very echoey. You can probably hear echo. You can hear that big echo. So we adjust for that, and we take out white noise, and we reduce all of that. We also play with lighting. The lighting that we're using, if you're still watching, kudos to you. So the lighting here, it's only on half capacity. We have all the lights on out there, but you see these spots over here? They are not on. They are normally on Sundays when you all are here. Why aren't they on? Ted and David are gonna kill me. For some people, the light of God just radiates with extra strength right about here. So we have to turn down the lights so that you don't have this kind of blinding glare that comes off of them. And it really helps. It makes it look, again, more natural. So we are able to adjust the lighting through the iMovie program, put in the words, put in little pop-up pictures here as we did this past week. There's a lot we're able to do with it. For the rolling credits and the words of blessing that come after the service, if you haven't watched all of that afterwards, I highly encourage it. We actually have the camera like focused on the back here. Michelle's playing, and she plays all the way through. We put a picture over that. And I've been hearing a lot about this. The picture that we used for the first few services was taken from this angle down here. And it was a picture that I first took my first week here. I wanted to show my parents and my family back home the beauty of this sanctuary. And so I took it from the angle of a child who is enjoying their children's sermon on Sunday morning. And I think that that's just a really beautiful view of the church. So that's the picture that goes up there. It also captures that stained glass up there. We are so lucky to have the beautiful stained glass that we have. So that's what that is. We put that over it, and we write words of blessing, and we really do mean them. We miss you. We love you. We cannot wait until this is not our view anymore. We miss you. This has been a really stressful time for everybody. It's a pandemic, but if there's one good thing that has come out of it, it's that we are able to do this, and that we have a wonderful staff who shows up every single week, and they do this over and over again, and they have a good time doing it, and they're good sports about it. When something goes wrong, they're really patient, and they're really kind and understanding, and it's been so good. We are so lucky to have that, and churches everywhere right now. I've been talking to other pastors, and there's a lot of pastors out there saying, you know, I feel like I suddenly switched professions and I just wasn't ready. I became a producer, and I'm a pastor, and I don't know what I'm doing. To all those pastors out there who are watching this, you're doing great. It's a difficult thing to be able to do, and here, you know, I'm very lucky that this is a fun hobby that I have done for many years. I used to make a lot of videos through college and high school, and so I get to use that talent here. But it's an unusual hobby, and not everybody can do that, especially people of the older generations that didn't grow up with this thing. It's really a difficult thing to do. So kudos to all of you out there that are doing this for the first time. You are rocking it, I promise. But the good thing about this is we're able to reach more people and bring worship into the homes of more people, and it has been so good. So I hope you all enjoyed this behind the scenes video. This is how we do it. If you have any questions, any further questions about how we do it, what we account for, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. If you have questions about the Canon Rebel, please let me know. I love this camera. Love it, love it, love it. This is an older version. The newer versions are really, really cool. So let me know. I'm more than happy to be here to answer those questions. I hope that this helps you all see what it's like to film worship during COVID-19. And I hope to see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.